Should be.
Or are we?
Potentially. I don't know. There's potential in
We
all things.
are
Okay.
live! Coming to you.
Alright.
Hi.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Fall as They May. The show where we're still trying to figure out this whole Zoom business, and it may kick us out of the call in 16 minutes. We'll see if it happens.
Eric.
Yeah? Yes? Can I help you?
D.
Can I help you? What happened? There's somebody call my name.
Eric.
Hello!
Hello.
Hello!
Welcome back.
Oh no, did it break?
Fancy.
Did it break? Oh, we're never gonna figure this out.
Oh no!
Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Fine.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
I'm asking because people were like, hello, Eric? And I'm like, what?
Whoa! Help!
God damn it, I lost my train of thought.
Chris.
I'm being topical.
Anyway, I can't see what Chris is doing, so I can't yell at him. Welcome to Fall as They May. The show where we're still
The
trying to get
professional
everything
D&D
figured
stream. The
out.
most professional.
Yeah, the most professional D&D stream you ever did see. We have the lovely Miss Emily with us. She fell asleep last time. Because she's a professional. Right, Emily?
Yes, the most.
Yeah, most professional. Anyway, so last we left off, the favored few had had a meeting with Emperor Daler Alf alongside his council and went about explaining the mission that they were on and these different artifacts and visions that they were following in order to locate them. The Emperor agreed to offer some assistance in locating these artifacts in exchange for the favored few's assistance in bettering and expanding the empire. The previous night, however, the favored few had a very emotional, heated conversation with the young dragonborn Nakax who told them that he just didn't see a place for himself in the party anymore, and wanted to leave, explore, and get some things straight in his head. After a short period of time, the party...
Rick is inside the Discord, by the way.
Shh. I don't need to invite him. Shh. The party, after having this discussion and getting some rest, made their way out into the main city after Esrayle pleaded with them to get them some sort of passage back to her temple quicker than they could, as they were now a month, almost 2 months out from her temple. The High Arcanist agreed, but told them that it was going to take a few days for her to get the resources together in order to send them. They took this time, making their way into the city, gathering supplies, and seeing what they could procure while in this new town. And that is where we left off. Gu has just finished procuring what he needed from Madame Adina. Israel and Nakax are currently at a bit of a date after having sent Aster off a bit awkwardly.
Nothing suspicious happening at all there.
So, favored few, what would you like to do?
Kind of left out of the equation, so. Although,
Can I go exploring?
Sure. What would you like to look for?
No. Oddities. Strange things.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Yeah, right.
Someone just send him the link.
I did.
Starting off strong.
Wow.
So, Hildy.
Please, Emily, eat up all of
All
Hilda,
the fucking natural ones for us.
you attempt to talk to different people around,
You
but
see a wall.
nobody seems to really be paying you much mind. Eventually, someone will tell you. I mean, if you're looking for oddities, I would suggest somewhere outside the Empire, perhaps.
Fine, I guess I'll have to go that way.
Oh, the right.
So he just stomps off towards the perimeter of the town.
Alright.
But she's also gonna pull from her bag like 2 times.
Okay, go ahead and roll some D. Go ahead and roll 2d8.
Okay, 2 of them. Yeah? Yeah, I think it'll break
2d8s.
it down. 6 and 4.
6 and 4. So as you pull the 2 puffs and you throw them in front of you, a rather chill-looking goat just apparates. And next to that chill goat is a very angry-looking giant boar, and people are kind of like, just kind of like staying on the outside of the perimeter of these 2 animals that were just summoned.
Chaos is bad. Wait, hold on. I have to double check what that second animal was, but I missed it.
What is everybody else doing while Emily goes through into the perimeter?
I was on the way to go find Nakax, Esrayle, and Aster, but I would assume that if I find anyone, it's gonna be Aster because they kicked him out.
So you'll take some time. Make an investigation check. Go.
Cool. I think I have that trained, but I don't know.
Roll really well. Make sure you also find the oddity.
All right. So you'll start walking around. Eventually, you will see Aster. His head kind of hung a little bit low. Ravioli's kind of mimicking his, as he just awkwardly shuffles about in the streets, not really knowing what to do. You can see that the back of his cloak is, I believe it was green and blue. Yes. Jordan?
It was a nice green and yellow affair.
Green. So you see
All,
green and
all,
yellow.
all stripy.
Yeah, green and yellow stripes on the back of his cloak, and as you get a little bit closer, you see a very crude, what almost looks like a drawn-on smile against the front of his mask.
Important.
Yes.
Important.
Important. Yes, Luke. What is
I think
important?
Luke's audio's dying.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Gotta rep the GB.
What the fuck? 2 rigs.
2 rigs. There's 2 rigs.
True, Rick. It's sort of got to be that way if you want a camera.
I'm lagging the fuck out right now. I don't know where the hell we are.
Oh
I
no,
was
Luke.
trying
Luke's computer and internet can't handle Zoom.
So,
Oh
but
dear.
one Rick only has a mic, the other Rick only has video. This is
This is perfect.
okay.
And Luke's gone.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, Luke will be back shortly. Let's go ahead and
Hey, it
continue
works.
on.
I got the phone for the camera, and I got my headset for talking.
Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Luke will be back shortly, hopefully.
All right.
So, Goo, you will find Aster in very odd attire to what you usually see him in.
So, you going for like a new look, or what's the deal?
Talking about.
You look like a sad clown. Okay, no, you look like the sad after effects of a performance of a clown.
Are you trying to insult me? Because that's very rude of you.
Aster,
You've
Aster, make a perception check.
Great. Percepciones. Yep, it's still there. Eric, I'm probably gonna need a new character sheet after this eventually.
I'll get you one after the stream. So as you kind of like glance up at him and you ask, "Are you trying to insult me?" Just out of the corner from from the vision that the mask gives you, you see just a very odd tail of green cloth coming off your back.
Where I like get a hold of my cloak, it's like,
And you just see a bound of green and yellow stripes across the back of your cloak.
was it a clown? Did I have this before?
I'm going to assume not.
Who could have done this? Let's see. Nakax. He thinks he's so funny. And I'm gonna prestidigitation my cloak back to normal.
All right, so your cloak will return back to its black color. Unknown to you, the smile still remains on the front of your mask.
So what have you been up to?
Just getting some information about a couple things. You know,
Like, for example, what?
I've been a bit curious as to my location in this world, because I do not pay attention, and I wanted to know where my home is. And I bought some spices. Oh, and a fishing kit. But that's pretty much it.
Speaking of Nakax, he probably wants to see you right now. He should be over there, and I point him towards the restaurant.
So, Gu, as he points over, you see a very deep, almost snowy blue building that seems to have makeshift icicles, like crafted icicles coming off of the surrounding of it. And at the top, you can see at the top there's a sign that says the Glacial Glass.
All right. I don't know what he'd want to talk to me about, but
Well, anyways, I'm gonna go check out this bookstore. When you're done with that, you can possibly see me if you want, or you can stay with Nakax.
Okay.
And I'm gonna walk towards the bookstore.
Okay. Gu, do you accompany him or head for the...
I will go to, like, I assume there's like a lobby area to this. I guess I wouldn't call it I guess it's more of a waiting room to a restaurant.
So if you go over and you look inside, pushing it open, it's more a tavern than a restaurant, though the inside of it is much better decorated than that of a restaurant. You can see that it is words eluding me. Styled, because I can't remember the proper word. It is styled on the interior to basically look like you are in the middle of winter. There are fake puffs of white snow that line the sides. The tables are sheathed with similar snowy blue cloths. The inside is rather cool compared to the exterior. It's actually quite nice in here. And you can see sitting at the bar are Esrayle and Nakax, and attending them is this shiny blue skinned. His skin almost looks like ice, as does his hair that is, again, just this very snowy blue that comes down a bit past his neck. He just seems to be in the middle of finishing giving Nakax a fresh bowl of soup, which it's lukewarm, but it's all right.
Lukewarm.
Just lukewarm. Poons. But yeah, that's what you see as you enter.
So I would see that and see that they're both together. Process that as for what I will. Smile at the situation and leave.
Okay, so you turn around and you head out. As you are leaving, Aster went into the bookstore. Is that correct?
Yep.
All right, so you enter into the Coddled Tale, which is from the exterior. There's nothing too spectacular about it. It's very well kept, though the painting and just general make of the building is very similar to the ones that surround it. As you enter, you find yourself in the middle of a rather well furnished what would be a lobby area. You can see that there are people sitting down with different books that are currently just quietly reading amongst themselves. You also see, kind of set up in the corner, a small, what looks like a fountain with some water in it, and very used but still well kept brown glasses that you could use potentially to get water from this fountain. You can see that there are shelves that line different aisles, each of them having a different theme centered around them that you can see is put against the sides of the shelves. You see in the center of this area what appears to be two tabaxi individuals. One of them is almost looks like a leopard. He's silver furred with black spots around him, and he is dressed in these very nice reds and browns. And right now seems to be a bit distracted talking with another customer. The second tabaxi that you see is stark black. His eyes are these very piercing yellow, and he's dressed in similar reds and browns. Almost, they look like they're in uniform. And you can see, while he's not with a customer currently, he seems to be going over a few books that are on the desk, not reading them, but more like taking them down and categorizing them into a ledger. It's a central desk rounded around the both of them, and you can see that the silver-furred tabaxi seems to be very interested in whatever conversation he's currently in.
Can I just like take a look around the bookstore, see if there's like anything interesting to read?
Sure. What kind of things are you looking for? Like, what genre are you looking for?
Is there anything about current events at the moment, or?
Nothing in the way of like a newspaper or anything like that, if that's what you're looking for. There are history books.
Guess I'll go after history books then.
Okay. So you make your way in, and you can see that there's different books that categorize different parts of the history, some more pertaining to the actual development of the empire from a strictly structural point of view, how their buildings and how their systems have just evolved over time. Some speak into the more political standpoint of the different council members that have come and gone. One of them even speaks about a corrupt council member that was removed and executed a number of years ago. It's just a lot of... it seems to be mainly pertaining just to the growth of the empire. And because the empire is so new, you start to realize there's not really too much about it.
Been, what, 10 years?
10 years, yeah. Still a fairly new empire.
Is there like a table I can sit down at, or?
Yeah, there are a number of tables scattered around. However, you do notice that people who begin purchasing people who are purchasing and reading books, nobody just takes a book and goes, sits down and begins reading. They actually walk over to the desk and put down what would basically be a deposit on the book before they can sit down and begin reading it.
I guess I'll take some books on the politics of the empire, and I'll head over to the counter.
All right, so you go ahead, and as you approach the counter, you see the silver-furred tabaxi is just finishing talking with these two individuals, both human. They just kind of seem nothing too special about them, just a quick conversation between the two. He waves them off as you approach. He looks at you and says, "Ah, hello, my friend. And what will you be purchasing today?"
I'll be taking these. And
He takes them.
books.
Ooh, these are some good ones. Are you new to the Empire by any chance?
Yeah, I've only been here for a day.
I knew it. People don't usually buy these books unless they're more new to their new way of life. Now, tell me, what brought you to the Empire? Why are you here? A lot of people have different stories for why they came here.
Well, let's just say my party leader kind of, let's see, ruined everything and we are forced to be here.
Oh, I see. So I presume he's in jail?
Was in jail. We had to do a job for the emperor.
That sounds about right. All right. Anyway, for these, how many books did you grab, by the way? There's 4 in total that pertain to the political aspects.
How many were there?
There's 4 in total that pertain to the more political side of the empire.
I'll take 4.
Okay. So each of these books, they are going to be 2 gold and 3 silver each. If you're looking to just read them, I will need at least half of the cost as a deposit.
2 gold apiece. So that's
2 gold and 3 silver apiece.
Okay.
So in total, you're looking at 8 gold, 12 silver. Or 9 gold, 2 silver.
I don't have silver on me. Fuck.
92 silver.
10 gold, and I'll take the 8 silver and change.
Oh, so you're gonna just pay for the books right out?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. He'll take the 10 gold. He'll give you the back as change, and he'll slide the books over to you. And he says, well, if you need anything more, please feel free to come over to me. My name is Whisper, and this is my partner Gleam. We'd be more than willing to assist you if you have any questions.
Thank you. And I'll go over to the table and start reading.
Okay, so you'll sit down and begin reading. So, what would everybody else like to do? Jordan or Nakax, Esrayle? Anything you two would like to do?
Well, I mean, I'll finish the soup and
All right, even in its lukewarm stages, it's quite flavorful. Definitely better than what you were having before.
thank you, Esrayle. I should have been the one to do something like this for you, but I guess I just.
There's no need to worry about it. I mean, I'm the one who suggested going out and spending some time together, our last few days.
Yeah. I'm not. I don't know how to word this without sounding like what Aster has said I am. I guess it is selfish. Esrayle, I really do care and I love you, but I can't see myself being at your side like I am right now. Not with you or with the party. I mean, if it was just you and I and we were not part of this great adventure, this would be great. But I should be able to do more than I can. And I should be able to. I should have been able to be a better leader. And in that sense, I think I'm doing the right thing. The book said that leaders are often faced in situations where they can't handle themselves. And, well, in those kind of situations, they have to step away. They have to let others take care of it. So I want to see what we've done. This isn't anything bad to you. It's to me. And
What are you saying?
I'm saying when I leave, don't think that this is your fault. It's none of your fault. None of them, none of you. It's me. And when I come back, I'll be better. I'll be stronger. I'll be smarter. I'll be. I don't know what I will be, but when I come back, I know for certain that I can be someone that you can trust, not only as myself, but as someone out there, someone by your side fighting.
I already do. I know you have to do this. Gods, I wish you didn't, but I can't stop you. And I'm not going to even try. If this is something you have to do, then I suppose I don't have a say. I'm just glad to hear that you're planning on coming back.
Thank you. Thank you for trying to make me feel better. And I do. This everything here, this makes me feel like I still have a place with you, at the very least.
You'll always have a place with me. I
Essie,
love you too.
Essie, you just need to promise me one thing. That when you get to your
Yes?
home, no matter what you see over there, don't break. Because if you break, I wonder if no, you have a stronger will than I do. As the whole world burns, I already see you still able to stand above, stronger and greater than anyone.
I don't know about that. But thank you.
Now, is there anything else you would like to do? I bet there's another bookstore here. I remember that you had plans. I had plans too to go maybe read something together until I messed that up. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah. And if you need anything at the general store, we can pick that up before you. You know.
Yeah. I guess just the map is fine. I don't know any place out here. I guess I was just foolhardy and lucky that I was able to find coastal city just to go to some island out in the middle of nowhere the first time. But this time I need to be sure. If I'm gonna do this, I need to know exactly where to go, what roads to take, what roads not to. And I'll make it through.
You better. You better.
Of course I will. Unless you doubt the greatest magician across the plains.
Never. Not for a second.
Good. Anyway, finish up what you have here. We'll have that when you're ready.
And
All right. So you guys will begin finishing up your meal. Emily,
Hildy is
as you make your way to the
Well-
end.
Oh, okay. Can I have confident and be riding the giant boar?
Sure. Well, it's not large.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I
that's
read
the
giant, and I
issue.
was like, okay.
I'll say if you want to, make a strength roll for your giant boar.
What are boars? Hold on.
I need to look real quick. Hang on. If you're insistent, because you do control these creatures, you could tell it to do so. Roll a d20 and add 3 to the roll.
Okay. 20 plus 3 to that. 14.
So, the boar will take you for a little bit before it just runs out of steam and plops onto the ground.
Oh, you lazy sack! I pick up the boar. Carry it.
It'll just flop against you as you carry it along with you. Eventually, you'll make it to the perimeter, and you'll be kind of stopped as you're exiting. As it looks like you're exiting by 2 guards. We'll say, sorry. What is your business?
I am looking for oddities and rarities.
Oddities and rarities.
I was told out here.
I mean, there is much to see on the continent, but what specifically are you looking for?
Nothing like it. Some pretty cool animals to go with my friend. And I point to the boar. He's a little
boar is
lonely.
just you kind of all right. Be sure you keep an eye on those two. All right. Well, if you are going to be making your way out, just be careful. There are many dangers on the continent. And,
Do I have to leave you that?
if you'd like to, there's not really a shop that specializes. If you're looking for animals, though, the Burgeoning Grove might be something you could look at.
Ooh, where's that?
It's back. You'll point back the way you came.
Oh, okay, thanks. Around and walks back.
So you'll begin walking back. Rick, if you're still here, is there anything you wanted to do?
Not really.
Okay. So, just wandering around, seeing what there is to see. You will hear, as you're kind of walking through, you'll pass by this very opulent building. And as you kind of pass by it, you can see it's very out of place against everything else. And you can read at the top, it says the Glamour of Flesh. And you can see that there is a guy standing on the outside that seems to kind of be screening people before they're allowed in.
What is this place?
Do you approach him?
Yes.
Alright, so you approach a rather well-built elven individual. As you approach, it takes you a while before you realize this is a half-elf, as you can just see that there are tufts of hair that are just barely starting to come back in, as he seems like he's shaven recently. As you approach, he kind of looks you up and down as you get here and he goes, can I help you?
Yeah, what is this place?
He looks up. You're not from around here, are you?
No.
This is the Glamour of Flesh. It's a place where people come to have more intimate moments when they themselves are not charismatic enough to find it on their own. You interested in going in?
Why, yes.
Alright, he'll hold his hand out. It's 1 gold piece entry.
I reach in my pouch, toss him 1 gold.
Enjoy your stay. You'll take it and pocket it as you enter in. Immediately, the sense of different perfumes and awkwardly some colognes kind of seem to mingle about in the air as you can see that there are a number of people in here that are eating. As you can see, there is food prepared, though kind of with the intermingling of perfumes and colognes, it is not a pleasant smell for the food to kind of pierce through. However, you see a number of very voluptuous-looking women that are going to different tables, flirting with some of the different men at each of the tables. What also catches your eye are some very handsome-looking men who are kind of doing the same as the women, going around flirting, some talking to men, some talking to women. And towards the front, you can see there's a stage set up where a number of different girls seem to have just finished giving some performance and are making their way off. They are incredibly scantily clad. And you can see just off to the side a very beautiful very beautiful brass dragonborn. That seems to kind of be orchestrating the whole thing. She talks mostly to the dancers, but as she looks out, she kind of is glancing almost alertly against just the wave of people in here at the moment before she goes back to speaking with the dancers. Get the sense she's probably the head of house here.
Ooh, I think I might need to go get the kid for this experience.
Hello, I'm Rudina Braspoon.
Alright, so do you leave, Valok?
I'm gonna go wander around before I leave to go and find Nakax to drag him in this place.
Alright, so you walk around for a while. And so you walk around for a while, and as you do so, you're approached by many different women. One of them immediately catches your eyes. This is a female Goliath that approaches you. And she is built, toned, but still is amazing to look at as she approaches you. She says, "Oh, well, a Goliath. I think you're the first one I've seen in here in a number of months. What can I do for you, handsome?"
I think you're the first one I've seen in about 12 years.
I'm sure you, of all people, understand that our kind is not the most, well, welcomed and social in society.
Why, yes.
But she kind of starts kind of wrapping her arms around your arms, getting really touchy-feely with you, and she says, "Well, so what brings a strapping man such as yourself to our establishment?"
Well, it's been a little while.
Oh, is that right?
On the
Wow.
road, slaughtering some things, slathering some blood.
To any other woman, you feel like this would be a turn-off, but this woman, she seems like into it. She's like, "Well, I'm free at the moment if you are looking for some companionship."
Okay, you're gonna have to hold that thought. Keep that space open. I need to go get the other ones from my group.
Just she'll smile and kind of say, "Oh, I understand, but understand, multiple people at once is a little extra."
Okay.
Okay.
I don't
What else
think you
is
get
she
what I
supposed to-
mean.
I'm hoping I run into Valok before all this goes down.
I got a few other party members out there. I'm pretty sure some of them has never
Honey, it's
did
all
the.
right. This isn't the
round
first
and round
time I've
here.
gotten such a request. Just understand, it's a bit more.
Not a problem. I will be right back.
I'll be waiting. She kind of smacks you on the ass as you leave.
Ooh, a little bit harder next time. And I just start moseying my way out to go find Aster and Nakax.
I will also say, so you make your way back out. Goo, it didn't take you too long to walk from the glacial glass to the column tail.
I've just been walking around.
I've just been walking around. All right.
So I'm probably visible.
All right. I'll say. You will quickly be spotted by Valok as he is coming out of the glamour of flesh.
Oh, Goo! Come on, let's go. I got something for you. Follow me, hurry.
What do you want, you hulking monstrosity?
As soon as he says that, I'm just gonna grab him and go. I'm
so,
dragging him right back in.
You're
I'm
carrying
dragging
me
him right
and
back in there.
Bosco.
so you kind of just
That's
get
fine.
lifted up one arm over the head by
I'm gonna
Valok.
walk back up to the first guy. Here's
Yeah, as you've left, by the way, he kind of chuckled as you left, since you were only there for like maybe about 5-7 minutes.
Oh, no. It wasn't that. I have to go get a few more people. Here, I'm taking this first one in. I just tossed some
So Goo,
couple more
a
gold.
name you've heard before is very visible on the sign of this place. It is called the Glamour of Flesh.
Oh God, why are we?
So,
You stupid oaf!
so Valak, you'll slap a gold piece into the bouncer's hand as he waves you through, and you carry Goo on the Goo inside.
I'm gonna go walk up to the first lady I find in there. I don't care.
You know what? To make
What
things
is it?
interesting, roll a d12.
A T12.
Yes.
Goo gets hooked up with the Kenku. Oh,
No.
7.
1, 2, 3, 4. You walk up to this very nice looking half orc. She's just.
How much is it for your services for this young man?
You see, she just finished having a conversation with a man that just walked away, and as she looks over at you, she goes, "Oh, for me for one evening, that'll run you about 4 gold."
Here, take 5. Have your way with this one.
She kind of smiles
I
at
sort of
just.
just hand it over.
She looks up at you, Goat, no hesitation, just puts her arm around you and begins escorting you upstairs. And as she does it, she's like, so what's your name, handsome?
My name is Gunther. Please let go.
Do you actually say that?
Yes, it's very confused.
Make a persuasion roll. Alright. She kind of stops and moves her hand from you, looks over at Valok. I'm
Go have
sorry.
fun.
Just let him walk away, please. I'll explain later.
He is a virgin. You're gonna.
No,
have to
I'm
work
not.
with him.
I'm a father.
Oh, great. Another one. I came in here. Let me guess. Hiding from the missus?
Yes, he
No.
is.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Balak, will you
never done
please
this
get the fuck out of here?
Vlog, do you leave?
Nope.
So once again, Goo, you feel the arm kind of wrap around your waist as she whispers in your ear. She goes, "Just walk with me for a moment." She'll once again begin escorting you upstairs.
Sure.
So you watch them disappear upstairs. Do you do anything? Do you stay, Vlog?
Nope. On my way to go and find whoever I can find next.
All right, so you go ahead and you make your way out. As you reach the top, she just lets go of you, Goo. Arms crosses, and you can see that she's not as toned as some of the women in here, but she definitely has some bulk on her. Her arm says, "Alright, if you're not interested, I'm taking half the gold."
You can keep all of it. I don't give a damn. My friend's a little bit eccentric and kind of weird. I have no interest in being in here. I have no disrespect for you and your line of work, but...
Yeah. Whatever, I'm keeping the 5 gold. You know, she'll look down the stairs and see Vlogs. She goes, "Better get out of here before his happy ass comes back."
No, he'll expect me to stay here. I'll just pretend that I did something.
Oh, I mean, he's already... I will say he's already paid up if you are interested.
No, I kind of am interested in somebody else that might be here, but I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, is that right? Who is it?
Madame Medina?
You are not the first one to fall head over heels for her.
Oh, not in that regard. She did seem quite friendly when I went to her working establishment.
Well, she definitely works here. And she has a little place not too far down the road. Well, she should be in later tonight if you're looking to have a conversation with her. And she kind of gives you a wink as she says conversation.
Hmm. All right, I'm gonna go that way now.
She doesn't stop you.
Nice meeting you.
You as well, Gunther. She,
Oh,
you,
I'm just gonna ignore it.
yes, you go ahead and make your way down. Valok, roll me a percentile. Aster and Emily both roll me percentile. Aster and Hildy also roll me percentiles.
Let's see, that would be D10.
Jordan and Luke, you two as well.
Oh man.
Or
Okay.
We're gonna call that a flat 70. So, so as you make your way back out, you will see Hildy not too far, a bit of the ways down the road, but you will see her walking back, holding a boar in her arms that looks like he is just completely tuckered out.
oh, Hildy, come on, let's go.
Where are we going?
You'll find out. Let's go.
Oh, does this come too? She points to the door.
Bring it. I'm sure they got something for that too.
Oh, okay.
So you'll run over. It's a bit harder to lift Hildy. You actually use 2 arms for her.
Oh, you'd have to use 2 arms for me and a giant dragon baby.
To be fair, you're very light, and a dragon baby
I'm not.
is not that heavy.
I'm 200 pounds.
Okay, I'll say I'd use 2 arms for you. So you will be. Once again, the bouncer's just watching you like run back and forth. Like, how many friends are you gonna be bringing?
Another one. There's gonna be probably 3 more.
Look, just give me 3 gold, and when I see you, I'll let you back in.
There's 5.
All right, have fun. And he kind of looks as the boar goes past, like, oh, I don't even want to know.
No question.
So you will walk in. You see the same thing as I've described twice now, Emily.
Oh, it's a
I'm
car.
looking for the first guy and first woman.
Let's make this one a D20. Roll me 2 D20.
It is a Kenku with a pet crow. That's cool.
Oh my god. A 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So the female is what you see first, and it is a gnome.
I love
Do you want to see what the male is?
Oh, I want them both.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The second one you see is a minotaur.
Oh baby.
And that is a male.
I think we found our winner.
Ooh.
Hey, you, Mr. Minotaur. Miss
You-
Gnome.
You
Come
walk
here, come
over.
here.
He seems just to be having conversation with some of the other servers as you walk over. He'll. Hi.
How are you? My friend over here needs a accomplice for the night.
Looks over. at
Ma'am,
you.
come here. I want you for both.
The gnome looks over. Are you just yelling? Are you just yelling to him across the?
Pretty much.
Go ahead and make a persuasion roll.
Persuasion.
What is happening? This is great. This is everything I hoped it would be.
13.
All right. So it takes a while, like as you're literally shouting into a crowded bar. But eventually, she will go ahead and come over.
Hey, how are you? My friend needs an accomplice for the night. You and him? On her? You guys figure it out?
You see her look up at the Minotaur, and she goes, "Oh, hey, Tyr, we're doing this again, huh?" Looks down and he goes, "Yeah, looks like it, Nilla. So for my services, you're looking at 5 gold." And Nilla will chime up. She says, "It's only 4 for me."
You're
Hey.
selling yourself short.
Hey.
Oh, come on.
Cheap.
Hey, now I'm starting to look around, see what else I see around here.
All right. So you see, there is a flavor of everything in here. Like any creature basically any species you could ask for.
Do I see another furbolg?
Make a perception roll.
Hi, because
Ravioli.
I think I see another one.
Yes, it doesn't take you very long to find a furbolg. Oh my god.
Totally like
So you look over.
opening
You look
crawl
over.
out of.
Yeah. As you look over, you see a very not as scantily dressed furbolg. He seems, to what your species would be, seems rather proper looking. He's currently not really engaging too much in conversation. People actually come up and speak to him. Not out of, like, snobbiness or anything. He seems a little shy.
So he just walks over. It gets out of Valok's arms.
So Valok, Hildy kind of squirms around and pops out. You see the two kind
Oh,
of...
I set her down as soon as we got in. There
Okay.
was no holding on.
Did
As
you
soon as I
give
started-
them 9 gold?
Oh yeah, that's already paid.
Yeah, the two kind of look at each other and kind of sigh and just like, and Noah will say, "Why is it that we're the ones that always get picked for this shit?" And he just goes, Jared just goes, I guess there's something about us. I don't know. And so they'll wait for you if you tell them to. You'll walk over to the furbolg. He'll kind of look over at you and says, hello. Another furbolg. You don't see a lot of those in here.
Yeah, I'm so surprised. How did you get here? Is your clan okay?
I'm not from any clan, I'm afraid. This is basically the only place I've known. I needed some extra money and I found myself here. They're always hiring.
That makes sense. I'm Hildy.
Pleasure, Hildy. I'm Fark. Pleasure. And you see he's genuinely nervous. It seems like he hasn't been here for very long. He's definitely not as outgoing as most of the people here.
This place is a lot. Is this like a party?
Of sorts. It's where people come for companionship, for more explicit acts.
Oh.
Yeah, I believe you have 2 companions waiting for you. See, he looks over the shoulder. You can see that Nilla and Tia are kind of just talking to each other. I mean, you said you put her down and ran out, so you do not see this.
No, I said I didn't leave. I said I'm just looking around now.
Okay, yeah, you can see her talking to the furbolg.
Walk over. How much for you? I think she's interested in you too.
I'm still new, so it's only a gold piece for me.
Here's 2. Take 8.
Thank you. He seems, again, he does not seem like he's the most comfortable in this situation, but he kind of sheepishly stands up. Shall we then? She looks over at you, Hildy.
Sure.
Okay,
I wait the other 2. I'll see you later.
Oh, so you're just the Minotaur.
Oh no, you're taking those too.
Oh goodness, the whole party. I have got a lot of games.
All right, so.
There's gonna be some games going on.
Oh, the innocent.
Hopefully, you brought Twister.
This is not how I expected this session to go at all. I will say.
That's not how I expected any session to go.
Yeah.
So, question: are they gonna do the Eiffel Tower?
Oh no.
Oh, wait, what is
Why?
this? Hang on, what is this? What is this? Hey, how are things going? Check out about for your follows. They may stream. I'm going to do graphic elements and arts for your stream. What?
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 Interesting.
Ooh, Abchiltuzo. Wow, thank you. I'm so sorry that I didn't see you sooner. I was sorry, kind of.
caught up.
Got him caught up in the moment. That's
Oh, we
really
need
nice of
art
you.
for this session right here.
Yeah, that's really
No,
nice
me
of you. Thank you.
This session art would be fantastic.
Thank you so much. That's really kind of you. I'll send you a message afterwards, more directly.
If anybody's gonna be drawing porn, it's gonna be me.
So Hildy,
I can't draw.
So Hildy, you'll make your way up with your 3 escorts.
Pornography is not allowed in a school environment.
What?
I mean, okay, to be honest, it was more like I've imagined, like, I go with just the Furbolg first, and then after the Furbolg, we go back to the other two.
Oh, yeah, you could tell them that you'd rather have them at a later time. They're paid for.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
sure.
what I
Sure, so you'll head up with the Furbolg. Valok, roll another D100. But yeah, I'll chill Tuzo. Thank you so much. You know, I'm gonna send him a message right now.
As the madness continues.
68. One short of what I wanted.
68. So, Esrayle and Nakax,
Oh dear.
as you both make your way out. Hang on, I'm messaging him real quick.
As these messages is going off to a certain individual, I'd like to remind you that D&D Beyond is, in fact, a website that you can go to right now.
And it doesn't have porn on it.
No.
That's the newest update for
It might.
You're all rad. Hey, oh, you're rad. Yes, yes, he is.
Thanks, guy.
He or she is,
Or they.
or they, them,
It.
him, her, Jim.
Z.
All right. So as you guys are exiting, you see Valok in a frantic race come blasting over to you.
No questions. Come.
What? Huh?
Shit.
But we're gonna go to the...
Shit. Come on.
You're acting like there's something that we... Is there something wrong?
There might be. Let's go.
So you guys will be led over to the glamour flesh.
Oh, I need to roll an insight check to know if there's something wrong.
Make an insight check.
There's something very wrong.
This is great.
7.
There's a situation going on, Nakax. You are urgently needed.
All right. I'm gonna look over to Esrayle, I guess. That's like motion for her to come along.
So you two will be
There
led.
is no motion. I'm just grabbing and going.
You guys will be led over to the glamour flesh. And as you enter, immediately for both of you as you enter, you know exactly what's going on here.
All right, what's good? But
Let's see.
But
Can't
what?
hear Luke. Can't hear you, Luke.
Oh,
A lot of talking, no
can't
voice.
hear Luke. Can't hear Luke.
Damn it.
Damn it.
No.
Yeah, you're gonna need to check your microphone.
Might want to reset.
Yeah, go ahead and reset. Or go ahead and reset.
Again.
Again.
Gook.
No, go to where you select your microphone and pick the one that it should be, because I've had that issue.
I can't say that.
Wait, what'd you say?
Sorry.
Did you say a naughty word?
I combined the word goo and Luke and turned it into a racial slur.
Yeah, don't say
I'm
that.
sorry. I didn't think about it like that.
Don't you say that word.
To the Twitch people who aren't watching right now,
Lagoo.
don't watch.
This just went from PG to about an R.
Oh god.
I'm sorry, Luke.
Yeah, PG. Okay.
Yeah,
I
this is
said it
PG.
went from a PG to an R. I didn't say it was PG.
Yeah, dude, this is PG, all right.
Yeah, pornographic.
Anyway, go ahead and continue. So yeah, you'll be let in.
Waiting to see what Luke was trying to say.
Oh, okay.
Test, Luke.
This is going to shit
21?
so quickly.
Okay, so can you hear us, Luke?
Can you hear
Or
us,
are you-
Luke?
Okay, well,
Yeah, so you
trying to get that figured out. I am looking for 2 elves.
Okay, but
2 elves, easy enough to find.
Valok.
You and you, how much? That
So you walk over to what looks like twins.
Luke, get back.
Both female. As you approach them, they kind of look at each other and they say, just for you or for,
A
multiple?"
dragonborn and another elf.
All right, 2 individuals.
Well,
For the both of us,
in the
that'll
same
be,
room.
10 gold for the night.
Whoa!
No problem. Sold.
So, as you're saying, whoa, the gold gets slapped into their hands. They come over and kind of start getting really touchy-feely with both of you.
Hold on, Luke needs to say something. I think Luke is typing or something. There's some massive flagging going on.
Yeah. There's a chat room.
Yeah, I saw. What's up, Luke? Go ahead, type to your...
Type.
Type.
No, we cannot hear you.
We can't hear you. We cannot hear you, Luke.
Oh, he's keyboard mashing.
he's keyboard smashing. Oh my god, this is the most disorganized stream.
This is amazing.
This is the greatest shit.
This just took.
You know that one person that promised to start might be backing out right about now.
The one character that should have been able to say like, "Whoa, how about we don't? No, let's do this logically."
I tried that already.
Immediately muted. At the very least, you're able to speak. Like,
Sorry,
Esrayle
it's
didn't
okay.
get a chance.
It's okay. Sir, if you're still here, we still thank you very much for the offer. We just gotta... So, Luke, are you just
Put the
dead?
wrong person in charge of this is what just happened.
Yeah. Alright.
Hello.
Oh, there we go. Hey!
Oh, we got boys.
Yes.
Go ahead, Luke, go ahead.
Look, we're on a date! Do you mind?
Yes, and I just made this an even better date for you.
This is not a
Especially on a sending off. Go have fun.
You look, Ezra, you look down, you just see Nakax is like trying to get a sentence out, but the moment like he's caressed in a different way, he just starts kind of...
Get up. Go.
The women
go.
kind of...
Nope.
Alright.
Just stay right here. Don't go too far, woman. They need to enjoy the rest of their evening.
Oh, sure. Would you prefer if our services were for later?
No. No.
They'll enjoy it, trust me.
Oh, all right. Well, I mean, if they're saying no, we can't really do much, I'm afraid.
Stay here. I might use you two later then. Take those up to a room. Take them up to a room, though.
Sure. Will you two follow me? And one of the twins will start leading you upstairs.
Uh-oh. Luke's gone again.
Oh no, Luke's gone again.
I heard Luke.
I heard him for a
Can
moment.
you hear me?
Yeah, we heard you.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
Yes, if I suppose. Come. I just.
No.
He has already paid. I'm just going to show you to a room. There's not going to be anything further if you don't seek services.
But library and the...
Are you sure that one wouldn't prefer some of our services?
No.
That one really needs it.
The other one pipes in. The other one pipes in the one still next to you and says, "Look,
When you
there's
so
nothing wrong.
clearly rudely interrupted, Valok.
Look, madam, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of spice to a relationship. Maybe keep an open mind."
We haven't even seasoned yet. We had a little bit of seasoning. We had like maybe some turmeric, but we haven't gone the full spice palette
Oh, and then
yet.
of course, you might need some people to show you the ropes.
They're throwing the caliente in. Go.
Oh, yeah.
After a little bit more teasing, they'll let you guys leave if you want to. Valok, you will
Actually,
burst into the bookstore.
One moment.
Did he actually
One
find me?
moment.
He has to find him, man.
Continue. Sorry, Luke. Go ahead.
Nakax, stay here. Nakax, stay here. Don't touch anything or anyone. I'll be right back. I would like to find an elven woman.
That's what I
You're
set
speaking
you
to
up
two
with.
elven
Two
women.
twins.
Oh,
Both,
sorry,
it's
I
twin
was,
elven women.
I was done.
You got
Actually,
twins.
I'm going to speak to them in Elvish.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, do you have any reliable ways of preventing pregnancy?
Well, that can be arranged. We do have something along that line. Though the potions, they're not really for sale. You'd have to speak to the mistress about that, and she'll look over to the brass dragonborn, who is currently seems to be scolding one of the dancers.
I guess I'll go talk to her.
Okay, so you will leave Nakax alone as one of the women is still right next to him.
I haven't left yet though, so I'm still watching this.
So you'll run over and you hear her in a very terse tone going, "And if I ever catch you doing something like that again, you will be out of here. Do you understand? I don't care how much of your life depends on this place. You will be out of here." And you see the woman she's scolding is a tiefling woman who currently is like bawling and runs off right as she finishes, and she looks at you. Hi. She looks at you. "Oh, yes, continue. What do you want? You looking for employment? What are you looking for?"
No, I heard that you have potions, maybe not for sale, but that help prevent certain things from happening.
Yes, they are for our escorts only. Specially made for our business.
I don't suppose I could convince you to sell me one. I have quite a lot of gold.
Make a persuasion roll. And if you're pulling, I will say at disadvantage unless you're pulling out your gold.
I am pulling out my gold, yes.
Okay, so you go ahead and make a straight persuasion roll.
Advantage.
No. Straight roll.
Not
It's at
advantage,
disadvantage if you didn't have your gold
Straight
out.
persuasion.
Yes.
Come on.
I am sorry, but we do not give them out or sell them. If you are hiring an escort and you wish to spend the night with them, then I will supply them with one of the potions, and I can assure you that you will not be impregnated.
All the strat.
While this is going on, I'm gonna go up to where the twins are and Nakax.
Fucking oof.
I'm gonna go.
This is.
So you go over to the two women, and you can see that they're being nice. They're not, caressing him or anything. They're staying pretty close to him, though.
He's a virgin. His first time.
Well,
Give them everything they need.
I'm afraid unless he consents, I cannot,
Valok, how dare
continue
you!
on.
I very well could be someone that does love mixing.
So the other one will come
I'm
over
gonna
to
pull
your
out
other side.
Rudy and
Yeah,
be
the
like,
other one will come over to your other side, and Nakax will be like, "So then, does that mean you would like our services?"
I'm nearby, right?
You're watching all this.
I'll walk over.
What are you doing now? You're that quick?
Yes, she's finished multiple times. I'm a distance runner. I have the endurance.
Do I?
No, you
believe this?
stupid idiot. God.
All right. Well, look, we're going to go back to where we were. If you are interested, just come talk to us. We're already paid for. And they'll look at each other and start making their way over. Start making their way back to the bar. Esrayle?
I am kind of locked up in place, kind of murmuring in Draconic the entire time.
I'm just gonna go back over to Nakax. Okay, quest over. Let's get out of here. I know.
C2 will make your way out.
You need to give him a good time.
I have a
You can't
plan.
sell off a virgin.
That's the plan!
go up to the room, meet the two beautiful twins, and both of you two get serviced. Go.
You will see, by the way, as you guys are actually making a commotion, more of those same dressed as the individual outsider coming up to you. And one of them is another Minotaur, and he goes, all right, folks, if you're going to be this rowdy, I ask you go outside.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm gonna just drag Nakax outside.
I imagine Nakax is just like stiff like a statue. You're just dragging him by his collar.
But did she mention that this was the plan with the virgin? What?
So you will be left. You guys will be led outside. You guys can all leave if you want to.
I am off to find Aster.
I'm staying, and I'm
Roll a
looking
Roll a percentile.
to stay.
No. For him to find Aster, and then go ahead and continue.
Okay.
Continue, Chris.
Oh, yeah.
41.
I'll wait for him to be done.
All right. Takes a while, but Aster, as you are kind of in your books and just looking at the table reading, you will see the massive form of Valok come and slam his hands down on the table that you're at.
The first things you hear are.
What is it now, Valok?
Come with me. We have a very important mission.
How important?
Very.
Can you describe to me what it is?
How would you like it described? You insert into somebody or somebody inserts into you? Or both. I can make it both happen if that's what you like. And as you sit there all confused, I'm just going to grab, throw him over the shoulder, and start going back.
Do I have a choice in this?
Are you resisting, Aster?
I will always have to resist.
Make an athletics check.
Here we go.
Valok, make a contested athletics check against
Oh
Aster.
man, my minus 30.
Crap, I got crap.
baby!
Oh man, my negative 1.
Aster with no... You really have no
You can do
dogs
it.
in
You
this
can
fight
do
as
it,
you were
Aster.
just
I
yanked
believe
out
in
of
you.
your chair.
My negative.
No!
And I'm going to just take off in a sprint with him on my shoulder.
And then you see the two Depacks, you're like, oh, have a good day!
Leave my books.
He'll be back later.
Oh, God.
Put me too.
Oh, dude needs to recover for a second. I'm sorry. All right. Oh, all right. So you will be dragged against your will to the glamour of flesh. And as you enter Aster, there is no disillusions about what's happening in this establishment.
That's what you mean by inserted.
As he says that, I look for the two twins that I've already paid for.
Yeah, you can see that they're just kind of talking at a bar together.
Excuse me, since I've already paid for your services and the last two denied you, I have a new one.
Now, is this one willing, or did you drag them by their...
Oh, they all get drugged by me.
They look over at you. They look up at you, Aster, who you can see, like, they're two very pretty-looking female elves, and they say,
And I'm sure this one might be...
I would like to ask ahead of time, because he's dragged another two people in here. Do you want the service? David?
David is gone.
Fading out of existence.
Wait, you guys couldn't hear me?
No,
Hello?
I
No,
couldn't
you
hear you.
literally were fading out of existence from the camera.
Can I please be let down now?
I assume Valok will put you down. All right.
I just kind
Like right between them. It's gonna be right between both of them.
You see they're not going as touchy-feely, as you've already drugged two people in here against their will. They're just kind of looking at you, Aster.
And I just walk straight out.
Yeah, you must be a virgin too.
All right.
I actually am.
So, go ahead. You were gonna do something.
It shouldn't be too hard. I'm looking for the biggest person in this establishment.
Okay. Go ahead and go to a perception check. Now, large as in physically large or like
Physically.
muscly?
Either.
Either. Okay.
Hopefully both.
So you will find. So, weirdly enough, as you're looking around the establishment, you see that same Goliath, female. As you're looking for strong women, you see a half-orc. Because you rolled pretty well, it takes a little bit of asking, but you will be told that there is an ogre that presides here. It is a male ogre.
That is perfectly fine.
Okay. So you'll be escorted over to him. And he kind of looks over at you. He almost has this 1,000-yard stare. It's like he's present. He's fully present, but his eyes don't ever seem to really focus. And he has you walk over. Yes.
I'm sorry to bother you. I have no need for your services. I don't even think I could begin to try that. My friend over there, that tall dickhead at the bar.
You see, he kind of has like this weird underbite, this kind of gray skin. He's drooling at the moment as he kind of pulls something up. He looks over. I see him.
I don't expect you to do anything with him either. I will give you 15 gold pieces right now to take him into a room.
Just any room, or?
Yep, doesn't matter. You don't have to do anything to him after that point. Just take him there.
He'll hold his hand. He'll hold his big hand out for the gold.
And actually, if you can make it seem like you're going to do something to him, that'd be great. But you can just let him go after that. Perfectly fine.
You see him kind of take his thumb and like mop up the drool that's coming out of his mouth, and you see his like a few stray hairs on his head that he uses the saliva to slick back.
Oh,
I like him.
He'll take the 15 gold from you, and he actually hands it over to one of the other ladies that you were talking to, and they walk over and place it into this rather big coffer. And as you kind of look in the area that you're in, you see all the ladies and men are putting their basically their payments into this coffer. Probably get the sense that it's divvied evenly amongst everybody at the end. Now you hear a poof, 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 as he starts lugging his way out. You see some of the guests are kind of looking at him like, oh god, as he walks past, just kind of glancing around the establishment, wondering who the hell wanted an ogre. Valok, you will see here as this large, very blobby half-orc or ogre comes over to you. Can you make me an athletics check?
Athletics?
Yeah, I need to make me an athletics check.
Yes!
So Valok, as you kind of look up and you're just like, hey, what's up? He grabs both of his arms, wrap around your bottom and midsection as he hoists you into the air and begins
Hey, just
lugging
wait
you
1
upstairs.
second. I need those 2 elves, and we need to stop and get the Goliath.
He does not listen to you, just begins walking upstairs.
Hey, elves, come with me.
The elves just kind of watch this. You see they don't move, they're just giggling to themselves as they watch you go upstairs.
I paid for you!
Chris, you're beautiful.
Valok, you are brought to...
I'm going into a rage to get out of this.
Alright, make another athletics check.
So since that would be at advantage,
Dude, that 20.
You did not 20, but you rolled really well. So you struggle with your rage, trying to pull out of his grasp. It's not enough. I rolled a 19 plus 4.
wow.
damn.
Boom, 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 boom. You are taken into a very, very well furnished room, where you can see that there are different bottles of ales, stouts and wines that are.
I
just
won't even
adorable.
notice that being in a rage.
Yeah. Well, you drop your rage because you didn't hit anything and nothing hit you. So your rage would drop at the end of your turn.
Bosco, that's what Daddy calls a power move.
As you look around, you can see this is a room to set the mood in, basically.
Who set you up to this?
You are led into this room. You see the door, which is this wide set of double doors. It gets pushed open and shut. With kind of just his foot, he just kind of kicks the doors closed behind him, and they actually buckle.
I will give you 35 gold. Go get the one who put you up to this.
He'll set you down. Make a persuasion roll. This is all the session's gonna be, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck.
14.
Oh, ass rolls.
I'll say if you pull out 35 gold, you have advantage.
Let's see what happens, Harry. Oh,
no.
Nice roll.
You see him kind of think for a second, and he'll hold his hand out for the gold.
Oh, I just toss it right to him. Here you go, buddy. Make sure you have a good time with whoever set you up.
He'll say, "You want to stay here or go
Oh,
down?"
I'm gonna sit right down and watch this.
Okay.
And can you bring the two beautiful elves up?
Oh, they don't like me too much.
What about the Goliath?
Yeah, maybe talk to her.
Okay.
He'll leave the room, and as you add Goo, you're kind of chuckling, talking with Bosco as you see the big ogre come back down the stairs. Comes over to you.
How'd it go?
Make an athletics check.
Oh, come on.
Oh my god!
Places.
So he reaches his big mitts out, and as he tries to grab you, you just jump back away from his grasp.
I'm gonna sprint full speed out the door.
Alright. Make me one more athletics check before you run out.
I already got out, man.
Doesn't matter, I rolled an 8. So you'll just take off, he'll just kind of go, He goes, unbeknown to any of you, he walks over to the coffer and puts the 35 gold.
Mm.
You tried.
Alright, so everybody at this point besides Valok has left.
No, I'm still in there.
Oh, Hildy's still in there. Oh, yeah, okay, so, so you take your Furbolg friend upstairs, he leads you into a similarly well-furnished room.
The Furbolg, the Minotaur, and the Gnome. If I do.
She did say that she wanted their services at a later time, so they're waiting.
Ah, okay.
Sloppy seconds, it appears.
So they go inside. So you are led inside. You see he's very sheepish. And just before you went upstairs, you saw just on the outside near the entryway that leads up to the upper floors. He actually disrobed at least his shirt and put a robe on instead before following you.
You don't need that if you don't want it.
It's just policy here when we take people upstairs. He'll lead you into a room, and he just kind of sits down awkwardly on the bed. And he just kind of looks at you, basically waiting for you to tell him what you want.
Well, I just am amazed. I just want to talk. You don't have a plan.
It's actually a bit of a relief, honestly. Please. Oh, I didn't mean to imply you were ugly or anything. He kind of scratches his face, like really nervous.
You're okay.
So he just
Here, and I take the giant boar and just pet my boar.
he kind of
Wait, the boar went up there?
shakily just pets the boar, and you see it does actually kind of relax him.
Yeah, I had a goat, but the boar ate the goat. It was a whole thing, really.
All right. So, what did you want to talk about exactly?
Well, I just thought you're the first person that looked like me I've seen in Oh, at least 70 years.
Oh, well, there is another person here, another furbolg at the Burgeoning Grove.
Really?
She tends to, flowers and ointments, things like that.
We should all go. We should all meet together sometime.
Well, if I'm off hours, perhaps. And you see, he's still, even though the situation is not as, isn't really what he thought it would be, he's still kind of uncomfortably shifting just being in the situation that he is.
Do you want another animal friend for the rest of the day?
I'm quite alright. He'll kind of shuffle a bit and he'll look over. He kind of just pulls one of the wines from the side and says, would you like a glass of wine?
Yes. I find
Pop the cork
things
off
so
and
I'll
just give
find-
you each a glass of wine. You'll spend a while just with him, calming down, just talking back and forth about your different cultures, where you came from, where he came from. Yeah. Valok, eventually the Goliath woman will come up, and you will spend the evening together if you wish.
Of course.
Make a Constitution check. Check, not save.
Ooh. It's not.
Okay. So an evening will be had with you two together. What are the rest of you doing as you all reconvene on the outside?
Are all of us on the outside?
I will
now?
say, unless anybody explicitly wanted to go somewhere, you're all just awkwardly standing outside.
I'm still murmuring in Draconic this entire time, just kind of staring off into space as Esrael's probably dragging me away from wherever we are.
I
Well, this
am
was mildly entertaining.
to the bookstore.
Store.
Yeah.
Alright, so you two and Aster will make your way to the bookstore. Go, do
I'm
you
also
accompany
going.
them?
Yes.
Alright, so all of you will make your way into the bookshop. You will see the two tabaxi still sitting at the front as you re-enter. The Silverford will look over. Ah, you're back. You're back. Wonderful. Oh, you brought some friends with you. Hi. Greetings. Who are you three?
Still in Draconic, they had double Ds. Both of them at
Can
the
I slap
same time.
Nakax right now?
Yeah. Roll for attack and roll a strength roll at advantage.
Okay. -3 to everything, so 10.
So it doesn't hurt him, but you do manage to get a slap against his face.
No, he didn't even hit my armor class.
Well, that's the thing is it hit you, quote unquote, but it didn't do enough to do damage. So he kind of it's basically like when someone's just trying to wake you out of wake you up when you're like just zoned
What did I
out, just
walk
like
into?
it feels like a light slap against your face.
Aster's trying to get
Aster
Nakax
tried.
out of it.
Yeah. I would.
Aster's trying to knock Nakax out of his funk.
I.
Also, I'd like to point out to the three of you who have tokens that are half dead. You're not half dead.
You're not half dead anymore.
Oh shoot!
So did he take all of you there?
Yes.
All of us. He interrupted our date.
Yeah.
For that.
Might
By
I
the way,
let you in on a
by the
little...
way, Valok, just because I rolled for it, because I thought it could be funny, you are being made to look like a little bitch right now. That's where we'll leave it, though. Continue.
If it'll make you all feel better, I left Valok a little gift before I exited the place.
That's so.
Well, there was a fine orc ogre gentleman, very large, not so bright, but he seemed pretty friendly. I paid him a sum, and he picked up Valok and went into a back room, and Yeah,
Oh,
that was.
big and not intelligent, so they have a lot in common. Good to know.
And as you might imagine, with the apocalypse going on and me dealing with what I'm going through, that was the funniest fucking thing I've seen in 6 years.
To admit,
I-
those elven ladies were quite attractive.
They were. I mean,
Ken?
dude.
Oh, were they, Nakax? I couldn't tell from your stammering.
Why were you not attracted to them at all? I didn't see you with both of them pressed against you at all. They were above me, but I had the courage and with wherewithal to remember that I have someone that I care about that was right next to you.
Is this true? Did he have the
Nakax.
courage to resist it?
Calm,
Or is he lying? I think he's.
Nakax, calm down. They are very attractive. It's Valok's fault for bringing us into that place and interrupting us. Thank you. You can't hear me.
Did I hear something else correctly while we were there? You had a plan after
What?
this?
I, I, if I'm gonna look at the rest of the party and I'm just gonna shrug. I don't know what he's talking about. Come on, Nakax, let's go.
But it-
I'm pretty sure you do.
What did I miss in the last 2 minutes?
Yeah, all right. We'll just drop it.
Are you sure we could still look at books and everything? I just wanted to be sure I heard right. Did I?
I'm not going to talk about this while the rest of the party are around. Come on.
Esrayle, I've done everything. We can send Aster away, and I can give some life advice if you like.
Sorry, but I already have a table set up, and I point towards my books if they're still there.
Then go read.
All right, so as you look over to where your books should be, they are not there.
Hmm.
I suppose I could use some advice.
I'm gonna walk over
Esther,
to
you're right.
You're gonna walk over to what?
I'm gonna walk over to
Everything
Sebastian and
okay?
ask them what happened to my books.
Oh, well, when your friend came in here to take you, you left your books behind. Here you go, and he'll pull them out from under the counter and set them on the counter and set them in front of you.
Nothing of value was lost.
Locks money.
Except for Valok's money. So, Aster goes back to his reading. What are the three of you doing?
I'm going to attempt to act as if nothing happened, but something totally did happen, and I am.
Make a performance. Make a performance check.
Okay. Let's see if I can.
Lay down.
I can make it seem like I am not rattled. Okay.
All right. So Nakax, to both of your surprise, Nakax kind of clears his throat and, after a quick shiver, just kind of reorientates himself.
I am going toward a mature area that may or may not have illustrations, and I am just going to see if anything catches my interest and make sure that I
make a
am not-
perception roll, Nakax.
Oh goodness.
Nothing is wrong. Everything is fine.
Make a perception roll, Nakax. All right, you'll find a good number of material that could suit what you're looking for.
Chill. Just lay down.
So I'll be with you in a minute. So what were you saying earlier, Goo?
That I made an ogre sexually harass Valok?
No, you said you wanted to give me some advice.
No, I mean, I'm just kind of getting a read on the situation. Obviously, you're trying to put something to the side, and if I can help, especially in a, love-related problem, I don't want to say I'm the only one here with a long amount of experience, but it might be the case.
Do you think we could still make this work, being so far apart?
Of course. Like, listen, love is weird and complicated, and there's gonna be trial and error. It's just how it works. But if there's really something there between you two, and you love each other as much as you believe that you do, the only thing that's gonna separate you two is going 6 feet under the ground. Even then, I'm not entirely sure. Magic's really, really fucking weird.
Well, you've had a religious experience now, haven't you?
Yeah, and I
That
still have no idea.
Might change your perspective on something, so you get to know it better.
I guess I'm still really confused, and I'm sure that regardless of how much I'm going to get into this is mind blowing to say the very least. But I just want to help you and everyone else, except maybe Valok. It was kind of a dick move.
Yeah. I want to help you too. I'm not too familiar with Helm, but I'm going to help you through whatever you need in regards to becoming a cleric and what it means and everything like that, okay?
All right.
Now, I suppose I should go join Nakax over there. What's he doing?
Make a reception check, Ezreal.
Huh.
Will be very easy. Certain.
Always close out my character sheet.
Me too.
Did Ravioli help her with this?
Is Ravioli not on your shoulder?
I mean, he is, but he's just kind of doing nothing at the moment.
Unnecessary.
He's reading.
Ezreal,
He's reading. But
it's very clear the section that he went into.
he's reading Biology of Ravens.
So
Well,
it is, yes,
I
very clear.
believe
the
I should
section.
go and join him. I'll see you later, Goo.
Alrighty then. I'm gonna go up to the counter.
Okay.
Of the two
Hi.
tabaxi.
All right. So the Graceford one will address you. Ah, yes.
Hi. I honestly, I've been in here and been kind of addressing my party and what to do, and I'm not too familiar with taking literature and study seriously, but I've recently come into weird circumstances, and I was wondering if there might be books in here to help me in my situation.
Oh, it depends on what the circumstances are.
I'm in the process of becoming a cleric, and I don't know what that means.
You're looking for religious books. Any book in specific, or?
All I know is that I'm apparently a servant of someone named Helm, and
Oh.
if whatever you can give me.
Well, I think I can come up with something. Give me just one moment, and you'll see him dash off at pretty quick, pretty high speed towards one of the shelves. And you see, the Blackford Tabaxi kind of looks up from his laser, looks up at you, and he gives you the eyes of "What have you done?" before going back to his ledger. About 5 minutes pass, and you see a stack of about 50 to 60 books that are just being hauled by the Silverford Tabaxi. As he goes ahead and starts one by one slamming you down, he goes like, okay, well, this will tell you more about their pantheon as a whole, get you a bit more of the dynamics of it. This, and he'll slam another book down. We'll talk more about the separation of the world from the gods and mortal races. I've read it multiple times. It's quite a fascinating story. He'll grab another book, slam it on the table. And this one talks more about the war, about the pantheon of war as it is, not so much their domain, just the logistical aspects.
Sir,
It looks over. Yes.
I'm glad you're excited about something. It's nice to see that in this day and age. But I have a hard time reading in general. You might want to stick to something that's not as strenuous.
You see him get a little bit deflated. He says, okay, very well. If that's the case, he'll pull the book that talks more about the separation of the gods and mortal races and sets that down. He starts looking through the stack of books that he has and kind of takes half the stack off and pulls a book specifically about Helm and sets it down in front of you. Let me look again. I suppose if you're just looking for light understanding, that might be better for you.
I mean, you're the expert here, I presume.
Well, I don't like to toot my own horn, but yes, I'm a bit of a red scholar. He'll point to the enormous stacks of books. You sure you don't want the rest of these?
I don't think I can afford them.
Very well. Well, for those 2 books, you'll be looking at for the one that deals with the separation of the gods and mortal races. You'll say that one will run you about 3 gold, and for this one, speaking specifically on Helm, that will run you about 2 gold pieces, 2 gold and 4 silver pieces. So 5 gold and 4 silver for the both.
Am I purchasing these, or...?
Well, if you wish to just sit down and read, we would require half the cost of the books. This is just more of an insurance to make sure that you don't run off of them, and even if you do, we at least have some form of payment with us. It's up to you, though. If you want to just read them, it would be 2 gold and 7 silver.
I'll just take them. I guess I can get some use
5
out of
gold
this.
and 4 silver. Gleam, could you possibly see to returning these books back to the shelves that they... And as he's saying this, you watch as the Blackford Tabaxi, now referred to as Gleam, kind of looks over, giving him this exasperated glare. And he's like, love you. And he'll roll his eyes and start taking the... and start taking the card away. Okay, so 5 gold and 4 silver.
How many silver?
4 silver.
All right, here you are, and that's about it, I guess.
Of course. If you need anything else, please let me know. I'm sure we'll be more than happy to retrieve more books for you. And you see Gleam once again looks back with that glare before.
Can I look at him and have the eyes of I'm so fucking sorry right now.
You go and look at him. He sighs tiredly and just walks back over to the shelves. By the way, since the Greyford Tabaxi has introduced himself, and if you need anything else, my name is Whisper. Just come see me if you need anything. That's Gleam. He's my trusted companion and co-owner. He'd be willing to help you if ever I am indisposed.
All right. Thank you so much.
Well, have a great day. You will walk off with your books. You join Aster, I assume?
Yes.
All right. So if there's nothing else that really needs to be done, you guys will finish out your daily. You guys will finish out the day.
I do one last thing.
Oh, go ahead.
Do I still have Captain Faye's notes or
You,
no?
yeah, I'd say yeah. You'd have his notes with you.
I would like to make a copy of them.
Okay. Easy enough. You have enough time in the day. No check needed. You just pick out your journal and begin writing them over. Okay.
Yeah, just real quick. I will go up to Nakax and I will say, whatever you think I said back there, I did indeed say it.
I'm going to very carefully close a certain book.
Yeah, so as you walk over, you see Nakax has has his snoot all the way into a book as he's trying to keep it hidden from you as he looks up. Slowly closes it.
This is not the if you well if you think that's I'm more than prepared, sir. That's the sort of event to
as you look over at the cover, you can see that it is a very crude novel called Taken by the Tarrasque.
What? Taken by the what? Dear?
This is the wrong section I should be in. I'm gonna.
I hope you all enjoyed that little meme integration.
The wrong section.
Yeah. Valok's right. Well, it's no surprise. Of course I'm a virgin. I'm still technically young. I shouldn't have had sex before then. But
Why?
it's I want to make sure that everything's right with you, and I want to make sure that I'm able to make you happy, and if you want to go that far, then then I won't back down from this experience, and
Nakax. Are you okay?
Me,
You remember we got close before, right?
But I mean, that was different. That was this should be doing something a little bit more further. Are you absolutely sure?
Mm-hmm.
Then, if this be our last days together, then I shall make sure that they are nights that you will never forget.
Just in the back of your head, Esrayle, you just hear the subtle voice, a familiar voice that goes, "That's right, you get it, granddaughter."
So, do you have any particular location that you have in mind?
Right here. Let's right here, right now. What do you think? Back at the castle, or wherever we were.
Palace.
Palace,
Castle.
yes.
Did me and Goo hear any of this?
No.
It's pretty distant. Unless, are you actively trying to hear their
No.
conversation? Then
No.
I'm gonna
No,
say
but I have another thing in mind.
All right, go ahead.
Aster.
Hmm?
What's this word?
What word?
This right here and this.
You look over. You will see the word divination.
Nation. I go back to reading.
Then,
I asked her.
Oh, David.
Yes.
You gotta not get close to the mic, man.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going wrong.
Astra was called on again.
Yes.
What's this word?
Was.
Are you illiterate or something?
No, not that. That's what. So I'm not stupid. The other one. Yes, kind of, but not.
We'll say introduced.
Introduced.
Okay, thank you. I have one other thing. I'm so sorry. I know you're like this.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just thought you were gonna go the fucking Family Guy route. Hey, Lois, what's this word? Evil, and this one Knievel, and this one was, and this one born, this one is Montana. Huh? Hey, Astrid, did you know that Evil Knievel
was born in Montana.
All right, continue. Sorry, I thought that's where that was going.
Hey, Aster, what was that spell you did back at the temple where you pulled yourself up with like a hand?
Big B's big hand. Oh, wait.
Big B's hand.
A big hand.
Who's Big B?
Astrid, you would know Big B was one of the. Is basically just a well-known arcanist, and he was the first one to ever use this spell, and as such, it's been named after him.
Yeah. Well, he's the creator of this spell. He's a well-known spellcaster.
Oh, so could you make a spell?
Potentially, yes.
Maybe I could make a spell.
Well, first you have to learn how to read. That's one thing as well.
And you have to learn not how to be a snotty brat.
No comment.
Go back to reading.
All right.
at this point of the conversation, Nakax is going to attempt to puff up his chest, take an arm out for Esrayle, and attempt to lead her out of the bookstore.
Roll charisma.
Just in general.
Yeah, roll charisma. General charisma.
I've been rolling well enough. Please tell me this is the roll where I fuck up. Okay, guess not.
All right, so Nakax, very sternly and very manly looking, extends an arm to you as you both make your way out of the bookstore. Unless there's anything else anybody wants to do. Nakax and Esrayle, you will reconvene at the castle. A night will be had. Just for the hell of it, both of you give me a Constitution check.
This is gonna be the roll where I fuck up. Let's go.
Come on.
Natural one.
Well, it's still low enough.
It seems Nakax is a two-pump chump.
It's an evening. Not too exciting for you, Esrayle. Not as exciting as you imagine it would be, but it's an evening. It's a thing.
It's beautiful because I'm with my loving boyfriend.
Yeah,
that's how I'm
there's just like that little thing in the back of your head that just feels like, shouldn't there have been more?
It's okay, Luke. We can make this up in the background.
This is canon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can say this is canon,
Absolutely.
but we can fix this.
Head
canon between you and I.
Hey, Esrayle. Roll me a D100.
Yeah.
Roll me a D100.
Yep. Yeah, I knew this was coming.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
Okay.
All right. So
Okay.
eventually a night will be had for all of you. You'll awake the next morning. Valok, I assume you didn't leave.
Nope.
So you will wake up. Your body is sore. Like all over. It's basically like you just did a really good workout.
Sounds like a good night.
Mm-hmm. And you'll see, just as you wake, the door will shut, and your escort for the evening will have left.
I'm gonna go and try to find a big meal.
Go downstairs, easy enough. They do serve food here. It's not the best tasting food. It's very mediocre, but it's food.
Oh no, I'm after walking in the smells. Nope. Locke's going to go look for something better.
All right, so you'll go to the glacial glass and have your breakfast. The rest of you will awake in your respective chambers. And is there anything anybody wants to do for today? Otherwise, we can just push along this day onto the 3rd.
Kinda want to try and find the Emperor, or what was his name? What was it? Shadow Shell?
Oma?
Yeah.
Okay, so give me a percentile to see if you can get an audience with the Emperor.
Yeah. I'm pretty much just handing in reports.
Hmm. Okay. So you will ask about, and the Emperor will actually be able to speak with you. You make your way over to the throne room, where he is currently sat, where he has set himself up. He doesn't have his wife or children with him at the moment. However, Rovius, his advisor, is still very close to him, as well as a number of guards that flank the walls. As you approach, he crosses his arms. Mr. Astor Florence, correct?
Correct.
I was told that you needed my audience.
Yes, it's about those individuals that seem to have teamed themselves up with the Grey Reaper Brotherhood. I have some reports for them if you would like.
Yes, please, if you would. Rovius, please. Rovius will come down and extend his arm out, extend his hand out.
I'll hand him the original copies of Captain Faye's reports.
He'll walk back over, give it over to the... He'll kind of examine it first, kind of flip through the pages, making sure it's not enchanted in any way. Before returning it to the Emperor, he takes it and looks at it. This is interesting. Thank you for bringing these to my attention. Where did you acquire this, if I may ask?
Have you heard of the city of Calren before?
I did, but the last reports told us that it was barely beginning reconstruction.
Well, they had a base up there in the library. Our group was tasked with infiltration and taking down their leader.
That is interesting. So you've dealt with the organization before, then?
Oh, you don't know the half of it.
Your friend made mention that you had encountered them in the past, but I wasn't aware that it was to this level. It is good to know.
We have encountered their leader before. He seems to have an ability to displace time, as said in the reports.
Interesting. Yes, I did. I will turn this over and see if the mages can maybe pull a bit more from this. But I do thank you for this information.
Is it possible you're willing to, say, form an alliance with the city of Corona eventually?
The cities are fickle. I have pondered it in the past. Perhaps an alliance to be made. However, it is difficult with the Daywalkers and the Brotherhood constantly at our gates. I suppose if I could speak with someone, I would not be against it. Perhaps it might even serve as a boon. I've heard good things.
If I can get a word in with Headmaster Everon or Andrus, then significant progress might be made.
This headmaster and this Andres, they are the governing representatives.
They are, right, Eric? Like,
To your knowledge, I mean, you're not too sure. You heard that there was a sovereign that oversaw Karana, but you've never met him, nor attempted to have a conversation with him.
I'm not too sure on that matter, but they are very important individuals in the city.
Alright, well, if they come bearing something that dignifies them as at least a representative, I would not be opposed to conversation, as they have done nothing against our empire.
Thank you for your consideration.
Absolutely. And if that is all, I will go about my business. Have quite a bit to do today.
That's all I have to report. Thank you, and I'll leave.
Okay, so you'll make your way back out. Did you want to try to get an audience with Oma?
No, it was one or the other.
Okay, so you'll make your way back. Is there anything else anybody wanted to do for today, or do we just push on to the next day?
Probably stepped out, walked the shins into.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't, if you never left the room with him, he'll stay the night with you if you want him to. But
No, I had those other people waiting on me too.
oh yeah, that's right. Let's go back then a little bit. So as you finish up with Farik, you make your way back downstairs and you see Tyr and Nilla kind of just they're talking. It seems like you catch them at a much slower time in the day. Kind of look over at you. So have you had your time with Farik?
The best time ever.
They both look at each other surprised.
Oh yes, it was fabulous. Gotta make.
They kind of, as Farrick's kind of blush, kind of rubbing the back of his neck nervously, they both kind of give him a look and a nod of approval. Just, good job. All right, I guess if that's the case, are you ready for us then?
I mean, you've got stiff competition, but hopefully you two can keep up. And she drops them.
Oh, they'll follow.
Yep, he does.
I'm guessing you're just gonna try to. I'm guessing you're just gonna talk with them too.
Yep.
Okay. Make a roll me a persuasion roll.
No, not my spell. Haha. That.
Okay. You can see that they're not really used to conversation. You know, they're escorts. It's what they're paid for. But you will have a conversation, kind of similar to Ferrix, throughout the night. Is there anything else? So, going back to present day, anything else anybody wants to do?
After clearing myself up after a very interesting night, I am looking at least to get a map of some sort of the area.
Okay, so you'll head into
where anything is. So.
Yeah. I'll say with ease, and for the sake of brevity, you'll find your way into the opulent path, where Madame Medina is currently setting up everything. It's early enough in the morning that she's more just rotating inventory, and you can, I mean, similar to Goo's experience, you see she is trying not to hide anything. She is very out there with her appearance. As you enter, she'll look over to you and says, "Ah, hello. What can I do for you, young man?"
Yes, I'm looking for a map of the area. I'm planning on taking a long trip,
Is that
and I
right?
kind of need to know where I'm going.
Oh, of course, please follow me. You'll feel her tail kind of wrap around your waist as she leads you over to the counter.
Uh, um, all right.
You can see that she does have a few maps, though one of them is gone, and they are all covered in this, what is essentially a plastic wrap around them. She'll grab one of them and cut it open and roll it out in front of you. And it is a better map of the continent, though not by much. She says, all right, and if you're looking for something like this, I'll only run you about about a gold piece.
That's absolutely fine by me, and I will take one out. This map, it's able to say what cities and all of them are, correct?
I'm afraid not. A lot of the continent itself still has yet to be fully explored, though. As she points it out, you can see that it is a much more completed map than it was 10 years ago, at least during the 10-year skip. It's it's a rough layout of where certain locations would be. But though, it should get you to where you're going, depending on where it is you are going.
Um, I'm hoping to at least make it to Karana and then
No,
make
that's
my
on the. You can see Karana is actually fully labeled out, being one
Okay.
of the main cities. Just that's easy enough. Just across the continent there. Are you looking for the shortest potential route?
Well, I'm hoping to hit there before I go off to Viachi.
Oh, the Isles. I've heard stories.
It's been a while since I've been there.
Oh, well, uh, well, if you go, this will help you as much as it can.
Well, at least give me a decent path, and I'll leave the gold piece on the counter and retrieve my map.
All right, so you will have a rough map of the continent. Anything else? Anybody else? No? Yes?
No.
All right. So we'll,
Not did I know.
alright, so we'll say, say,
At
Another-
the end of that day, I am going to make sure that, as best I can, get as many of the party together.
okay. I'll say if you've reconvened at the palace, it's easy enough. All of you will hear knocks on your doors as Nakax comes and fetches you all. Oh, knock my microphone.
I appreciate what some of you have done for these days, especially you, Essie. I thank all of you, and hopefully with what I can do, I can be more understanding of what we've done here. Maybe I'll see something good out there. Maybe we did do something right. And if I don't, then I won't think of it. Valok, do you still have the rifle?
Yes.
I would like to have that, please.
Are we inside the palace?
You are in the you are in a bedroom. It's not as exposed.
Okay, I pull it out.
Okay.
Here you go.
Thank you. I don't know how soon I can come back. But I will say this. You're all worthy heroes, and you are all the closest friends I'll ever have. Please make sure Esrayle stays safe. Make sure her home is, at the very least, intact. And I won't forgive any of you if she happens to get hurt if I come back. Thank you. I'm going to, first thing first, go to Esrayle. I'm going to, without even waiting for her to open arms, I'm going to wrap my arms around her, take her by the back of the head, and plant full-on lip to lip and just give her the deepest kiss I can.
All right. I assume you do the same for Aster.
I go over to Aster, and of course, I make it look like I don't do anything. I will, of course, go ahead and do exactly as you say. I am going to go ahead and go full on, then go for the full kiss, straight on the mask.
Okay. Aster, do you resist?
Obviously.
Contested rolls, let's go.
Athletics checks for both of you.
What the fuck is
I'm
wrong?
sorry, man. It's how grapples work.
No, I'm just talking.
Jordan, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm just trying.
Jordan.
I'm trying to weird out.
Oh, I got a 0.
I'm trying to weird out the wizard. That's what I'm doing.
So, Aster, before you can even hesitate, Nakax just grabs the back of your head and yanks you towards him.
Plant a kiss right where the lips should be, then push it back and go, no, didn't feel right. No, I thought for certain. Oh, I know what's missing. It's a face.
Esrayle, you can take that as you want to.
Oh, I didn't think you were so interested in me, Nakax. Cheating on your girlfriend once again.
No wonder why you didn't want the two beautiful elves. I grabbed the wrong one for them.
Oh, shut up.
You brought this on yourself, Naka.
I see Christian's face.
No, my face is itchy.
Okay.
Well, better to leave with a smile rather than a sad face, right? And Draconic will go ahead and give out one last final goodbye to everyone.
Okay.
And I will head out.
Say it back in, Draconic.
All right.
We'll see you later.
Take it easy,
Real
kid.
quick, I do want to. Oh, yep. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I am going to put a hand on his shoulder, and I'm going to look him directly into the eyes. And in Draconic, I'm going to say, if you're listening, if any harm comes to him because of you, Dragon, there will be hell to pay.
From the inside, make a... this is interesting. Nakax, make a charisma roll. And Esrayle, make a wisdom roll.
Oof.
Okay. So say for a moment, Nakax, you lose consciousness.
I'll give you.
And you watch as a sprawling of white scale begins to form across his face. And his eyes, which are normally brilliant and bright, become these lizard slits as a grin creeps across his face. You just hear... I'll watch out for him. This white scales recede, and Nakax, you blink back to consciousness like...
Don't worry. I'll be safe. Don't worry about it.
You better be. I love you.
Love you too. I'll step out.
All right. Says you leave and make your way out of the palace. Anybody want to do anything else before bed? Any messages? Ezra, I will remind you. Of sending. If there's any messages you want to send.
I do have send. I'm just gonna be lying in bed, just looking up at the ceiling. I'm gonna think of my cleric. If you're still alive, we'll be there soon. And that's all I say.
There's a pause. Good pause, maybe about 30 seconds. Before you hear a puff, like a angry sigh almost. When you get here, we have a lot to discuss. Thank you. And 4, nothing else comes through. Yeah. Any other messages you want to send before the night's over? Okay. So you guys will all find yourselves to rest the next morning.
I think that'll be it for now.
Yeah. Find yourselves to rest. The next morning will come to you. You guys are served your breakfasts bright and early. You guys have a few hours to do stuff if you'd like to.
I'm gonna go talk to Hildy.
Okay. So Hildy, in the morning, as you're finishing up breakfast, you'll hear a knock on your door.
Come in.
I'll come in.
You see Goo walk in with Bosco.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
I made some friends. I think
You did?
I did. It was.
Where?
Oh, at the where was the lock? That party was really cool. I met someone who looks like me.
I'm happy for you. I didn't know you were into that kind of thing.
I mean, a party is a party. Let's not
Did
be had, right?
I guess what exactly did you do?
Oh, we just talked. Drank some fizzy juice. It's fun.
You didn't have, you know,
Have what?
the sideways super slam?
Oh.
The hanky panky fun time?
I'm familiar with those words in that order. But I no, I don't. I was not sideways at any point. So.
No, that's not what I mean. You know what that building was for, right?
It was a party house. People go.
No. Hildy, no.
I had a fun time.
I guess as long as you had a good time and you weren't made uncomfortable, and I complete ignorance to this whole situation. You know what? I'm glad that you're happy and you met another furbolg.
There's actually another one in town. I was just going to go over and have tea. Listen,
I,
you want to come?
sure, I guess. I mean, I more just came over to see how you were doing. I've talked to everyone else in the last couple of days, and haven't said a word to you at all.
Thanks for checking in. It means a lot.
Huh?
How's
I mean,
Bosco? And she looks at Bosco.
how's Bosco, GM?
I mean, he's Bosco. He's doing Bosco stuff.
He's doing Bosco stuff.
He's. I mean, he's just kind of lounging in your arms. Not really doing much. It's like a
If
big
you ever-
cat.
Big cat.
Treating you well. You like it here?
His eyes kind of look over at you, Hildy,
I'm
before
stuck.
looking back at Goo.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, they fed me fish that are it was really interesting salmon. I've never had anything like it before. Other than that, I messed with Valok. I've helped out my friends quite a bit. I'm a cleric now. Whatever the hell that means.
Wow. That's really cool. I'm sorry, I didn't notice sooner. I'm a little oblivious.
I mean, it's the only thing that they really shows it off is this necklace that I got. But even then, I still have no idea what the hell I'm doing. And again, I haven't for the last 27 years, but that's a different story. So this Furbolg you plan on going to visit, do you know where you're going at all? Do we get directions?
Well, I was actually probably going to go back to the party house to go pick up the friends. They know the other people.
I don't think that's a good idea, but
And we'll go
maybe-
together.
Okay, I guess.
No, my friend. Worst comes to worst, I can call on the wild one to help me. They're pretty good about finding people.
All right then.
I'll let you know when I'm going.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to somewhere else.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else anyone wants to do before Hildy and Goo head out?
Ezreal.
Okay, Ezreal. At around the same time, you'll hear a knock at your door. Followed by a multitude of rhythmic pecking.
Are you available? If not, I can just go.
Tick, 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 tick.
I think Luke's internet's bad.
Uh-oh. Look deaded.
Wait, what's going on?
There he goes. Aster has come to your door. He is knocking, and Ravioli is pecking furiously.
Uh-oh. Hello?
Ravioli!
We have something to discuss if that's fine with you.
One moment. One moment. I'll stop wallowing in my self-pity and go answer the door.
So you
Hi.
go ahead and answer. As the door opens, you'll hear, "It'll be I who has the last laugh." Ravioli.
What?
Oh, he recorded all of Nakax's voice lines?
Yeah, he said that in Nakax's voice.
Big oof.
Hmm.
Good boy, Ravioli. I'm gonna give him a little pet. Pat on the head.
He'll accept the petting, kind of like a parrot does. He kind of tilts his head to the side and just basically lets your finger go across his neck.
What did you need of me?
Well, I recently just sent a report to the Emperor about our findings back in Calren. I was proposing an alliance between the people of Corona and the Sanguine Hand. I was wondering if you could help me on that endeavor.
I don't know. I don't know if I can trust them. I don't know if I trust any of them.
Why? Why is that?
You heard the plans for society. It seems good on paper, but why plan for a lower class if it's not just someone to exploit?
Because there'll always be a lower class. Would you rather our world be ruled by Tremor? Or those gifts? A world ruled by military force?
I guess the Sanguine Hand is the lesser of the three evils. I suppose I can help you out.
Besides, I don't think we have that much time left. With both the Reaper Brotherhood and the Daywalkers knocking at Corona's door, it's only a matter of time before the defenses fall.
Very well. If it means protecting Corona, then I suppose the Sanguine Hand will do for now.
You seem kinda down today. Has Nakax's leaving really left that much of an impact on you?
Yes. Why wouldn't it?
Well, it's just one lover, you'll find another eventually.
I don't want to find another. I'm not going to. If it takes years, I'll wait for him.
You know the stark differences between your lifespans, right? Your event.
I just hope he... You think I haven't thought about that already?
I was just wondering.
I'm going to... Well, now I can't. But my plan was to enjoy the time we had together. And when he... Then... Then what happens, happens.
Thank you for hearing me out. And I'll take my leave now. And then I leave.
Oh, did you not want to do the... Okay.
What?
So... Sorry, I thought there was more to that. I thought you were gonna have her sending or something.
Oh, I was gonna ask her later for that.
Okay. Alright, so Astro will take his leave. See Ravioli will look back, look at Esther, look at you, look at Esther, look at you. Just follow, just turn away.
I'm just gonna go lie back down.
Okay, yep. Sit back down. Okay. I will let you guys know you only had a few hours, so going now would be a bit difficult for you guys to get back in time.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. So other than that, I do apologize, but Is there anything else?
Nope.
All right. So the few hours that you have will pass, and servants will come to each of your quarters and take you and will say, the Emperor has asked for you in the throne room. And they will escort you all out as you enter into the main area, the throne room of this palace. You will see the Emperor. Alongside him is his Empress. Rovius is at his right hand. And you can see the High Arcanist is currently stood a little ways away from them, but still beside them. The Emperor speaks and says, "So, the High Arcanist has said that she is ready with her preparations to send you to where you are needing to go. I remind you again of our agreement. Do not displace this trust." As he looks out on the crowd, he says, "Where is your Dragonborn companion?"
He had his own journey.
He left.
I see.
Something he needed to accomplish.
I see. Well, do you wish to have an additional companion with you when you go on this?
I mean, we can't expect you to give up your own people with the fast struggles you're having here.
I have one in mind. I believe you've worked with him before.
Oh no. It's not who I
We
think
need
it
all
is,
the
is
help
it?
we can get.
You're right.
He'll say something. It's like, "Arcanist, can you please send a message to Flanar? Let him know that his services are needed." She'll nod. Of course. She'll close her eyes, and as she opens them, they begin to glow with arcane energy as her hand traces different words in the air. And a flash of energy later. So she listens. "All right, he will be here momentarily." And you wait a few moments before you see the dirty, little better looking, but still dirtied, Flanar walk through the entry doors and up the path towards the throne. Emperor looks at you, Flanar, and says, "All right, well, Flanar, I entrust you to make your way with these individuals. Ensure that their task is completed and that they return here after it is done. Should they betray the trust of the Empire, I give you the full authority to use whatever force you need to against them."
That actually makes me feel a little bit more at ease. Means I don't have to go ahead and take it easy on cities. Very well, Emperor. By order.
By the way, as he snaps twice, you see two servants come out with a very pristine-looking longbow. It has come to my attention that your last little endeavor did not go as well with the weapons you currently carry. Consider this a gift from the Empire for your service, and you will be presented with a +1 longbow.
All right.
That way you have a magic weapon. So,
are these individuals going to be running into any more of those magical freaks like we had out in the forest? Or is this entirely different?
the Arcanist speaks up and says, "If you do, then I would ask perhaps to get some sort of additional sample from them if you can, as researching their properties might serve a bigger purpose to our empire."
Oh, good. So you expect me to go ahead and carry these things around in jars, I assume?
Yes, you will be provided with some.
Obviously.
But if you are ready to go, I believe we have managed to find the coordinates to a circle in Valadon, and we're ready to send you immediately.
All right. Give it a minute. Call the hawk.
The hawk will fly in through the entryway and perch onto your shoulder.
We're going on a trip, good buddy. Hope you can hang tight.
You see Ravioli's kind of eyeing the bird with a glare. As you guys are, as the bird comes in, the hierarch says, "All right, well, if you are ready to leave, we are ready to send you. I will once we get to the tower, I will be able to provide you with a scroll that will allow you to make your way back once your mission is completed. If you need to use it beforehand, I understand. Just ensure that some of you are able to keep anything from entering with it, and if something does enter it with you, make sure you are able to take it out before it can get to our empire. But please, if you will." And she'll begin walking, and as she walks, you see a few of the guard. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, was somebody saying something? I didn't mean to cut somebody off. No? Okay. You guys will begin making your way towards the tower. And the tower that she speaks of is a bit of the ways, is a bit of a distance. You guys are actually brought into carriages to lead you there. As you arrive, you see a grand spire that seems to spiral upwards, and even the design itself looks like it is a spiral that comes to a point at the end. You see that there are various windows, and as you take a closer look, you notice that the spiral itself on the outside is a walkway that leads upwards into a series of different doors, presumably leading to different rooms along the tower. As the carriages pull up, you see two mages with staffs at their side that are constantly giving off this buzzing electric energy that seems to crackle down the staff and into the ground. And as you approach, without a word, the mages crack their staffs into the ground, and you see the main entry gates are opened, and sideways into the tower you hear a rumbling. As you are let in, and as they open, you can see before you is an arcane gate with a series of symbols along it. The Arcanist looks to you all and says, "This is... if you ever should come to the tower on your own, this will not be the normal site. This is only to access our rooms utilized for study and teleportation. Just for future." She'll concentrate for a moment, and as her hand begins to glow, you see a series of different arcane symbols that run across her finger. And as she touches her hand to the gate, you watch as a series of different runes begin to glow, and a portal opens. She makes her way through, as the rest, and I assume the rest of you follow.
Yep.
You guys make your way through, and as you do so, you find yourselves in what could only be described as a grand research lab, as there are a series of different floors where different mages are going through books that seem to float off of shelves and lay themselves against tables, and so in some cases come off the tables and put themselves back into the shelves. You can see that there are different people running experiments down here, people writing down things into what are essentially blueprints, different schematics for buildings, and some that are being used, just at a quick glance for some of you can see, are being used as blueprints for creating new methods of arcane protection. Aster, this particularly catches your eye, as it seems that some mages down here are working on different spells for themselves, different and new spells down here. You guys push along, and there is a constant chatter that goes on in this room. But eventually you are led towards a central chamber, an ovular central chamber with a circle, with a permanent teleportation circle affixed into the ground. I apologize for fumbling over my words as much as I am. You can see that there are a series of windows on the inside here. However, they do not give off any natural light from the outside. Instead, there is just this glow, this yellow neon glow that seems to permeate the room as you enter. You're making your way into the center. You see her motion to the circle and says, "Well, I have prepared the symbols already. She'll motion her hand over to the teleportation circle. Assume
All
everybody-
right, making it clear. Just because I'm with you doesn't mean that we're going to be playing nice. I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to go ahead and make sure that we're all happy-go-lucky, best buds till the end. I'm here to make sure that some of you stay alive. If any of you fuckers try to take me out, I'm making sure that none of your kneecaps come back with you. Are we clear?
Yes, we get it, sir.
Alright, so you guys will...
Lovely. More positivity. Exactly what we need.
My kind of guy.
You have
guys
something
will-
to say to me, Purple Eyes?
You guys will step on to the circle, and after about a minute of her incanting in series of different runes igniting around you, she releases the last of the arcane energy, and as it does so, the circle begins to glow vibrantly, and she says, "Safe travels." And a brief flash of energy, you find yourselves in the city of Valadon. And I think that's where we're going to go ahead and leave off for tonight.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So, I hope you all had fun. This was still a pretty heavy roleplay session, but next session we'll see what happens in the city and what you come into. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you next week.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.
No,